It's determination. Listen, I'm determined not to give up.
Come on.
I'm determined to continue to press and move and go forward. I'm
Yeah.
determined when I take an L to get back up and keep going. I'm determined, what I'm saying, that I'm not gonna settle for less. I'm determined that I'm gonna get this. I'm determined that I'm gonna keep going. I'm determined I'm gonna continue to execute. I'm determined I'm gonna make things happen, even if I can't see, even if I don't have it.
Yeah.
He took the nails in his hand, they put the nails in his feet. He let them beat on his body. He did it for you and for me. Look at the glory of God. The heavens declaring he's sweet. Who won the box with the Lord? The enemy's out of his
Laying
league.
my life down like Cujo or Blue Nose, we go all out. Ever since he sent the call out, we've been head hunting till we fall out. When my dogs heard his voice, we followed the call. He ain't have to draw it out. It was Christ who let the dogs out like.
Yo, welcome to the Most Definitely Podcast. Here we talk about life, Christ, and everything encouraging.
Yes, sir.
I am your host, your boy, Isaiah, man. What's the deal? What's the deal?
And it stays, man. Listen, I'm only laughing because of how many technical difficulties we really getting through right now.
Man, we've been pressing, bro.
Yeah, we've been pressing, and it's gonna take a lot of perseverance to get through it.
Man.
So ironically, that's the topic of today.
Yeah, bro.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Craziness. Yeah, man. But
Man,
woo!
it's incredible, bro. It's kind of like, you keep, you keep trying to take steps, moving forward, and
Right.
there's things that happen in the midst of what's going on. So, man, let's just get into this, bro, man. This is amazing, bro, man.
Oh, man. Hey, listen. So I'm gonna give you a little rundown, a little backstory, some context to what we're talking about here.
Go ahead, bro, man.
Tuesday we recorded this mug Tuesday. Something happened. Basically, the file got corrupted. That podcast is not going to be released tonight. That's the one that should be released tonight. So we had to reschedule. Perseverance, and do the whole thing over again. That's what we're doing now. We actually started recording like 10 minutes ago, and the audio thing wasn't plugged in, so then we had to start over again. So listen, look, the video probably not working right now. All y'all hearing is audio.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure something else is going on.
Yeah, man.
One of our faces is blacked out.
Yeah, something might be going on, man. Listen, if something's going in, y'all write in the comments down there. Let us know. Like, okay, something is not the way that it was with the last one.
However, y'all seeing this one, that's just how it's gonna be.
Yeah,
you feel me?
Most definitely,
listen,
man.
Y'all probably can only hear Isaiah right now. You can't hear.
Hey, something has to be. You know what? It's
something
crazy.
Gotta give.
But you know what's so crazy, bro? Like, I think that's kind of like, even with our conversation, what we're going to be discussing. But before we get to that, though, I just kind of like want to find out, man, like, bro, how's the week, man, been treating you, and what's been going on with the week? You know what I'm saying? As to what kind of like while we're here today, man, just talk to us, bro. What's the week been giving to you, bro?
Well, what had happened was, hey, listen. So as far as this week has been going, as far as the podcast, it's been, man. I mean, I haven't even really been upset about it though. You know what I mean? I know because you in charge of a lot of it and you dealing with a lot of it, you have to deal with the brunt of a lot of the issues and things that's going on. So I can see why you would be a little bit more upset. But for me, I can be like, you know what? It didn't work. We're just gonna redo it. It is what it is. You know what I mean? But if it was something different, like that had to do with my couch flipping business or my job or something like that, then yeah, I'm probably, really gonna feel the brunt of it and be upset. But so as far as the podcast, I'm not overly upset. We're just gonna knock it out. We're gonna make it happen, and we're gonna give it to y'all like we do every week. You feel me? So that's that. But when it comes to just in general, I was saying this before. I've had a good and bad week. I've had a bad week because I haven't been as consistent. I'm just gonna keep it real. I have not been doing good at all, really, when it comes to nutrition, eating the right things. Just really taking care of my temple as far as what I'm putting into my temple. Had McDonald's last night. Like, that is so uncharacteristic of me. But when I get in a mindset of I'm not tripping, then I go 100% in that I'm not tripping. If I'm really tripping, I'm 100% in that mindset. I'm always 100% wherever. So what I did was, that was the bad part of my week. But why I can't say I had a terrible week, I had some good spots in there, is because that mindset actually set me down. I told my wife, I said, listen, give me 30 minutes. I sat down in my office, lit a candle, And I just sat down there and I'm like, you know what? What's wrong? What happened? Like what's going on? Why are you, distracted when it comes to actually not even just the distraction, starting off with the nutritional value? Like, what are you doing? Why can't you tell your flesh no when it comes to your food?
Wow, bro.
That and I wrote it all down. I'm like, yo, you need help here. You need you this is your issue. This is your problem. And then same thing with my distractions. Why are you watching so many YouTube videos that are actually not pertinent to your business, not pertinent to you developing your relationship with Christ? Like, why are you not watching things that are helping you? You're just watching things to entertain you. So I have an entire paper right now, a full list of all of my problems and things that I need to work on. So I cannot say that it was a bad week. It's a week that was needed so that I can, take inventory and see really where I am. Like, what do I stand for? What am I actually doing with my life? And now I can take that, implement things, strategies and systems and stuff like that to help me, moving forward. So that's that's how the week has been shaking out. You feel me?
Bro, most definitely, bro. Wow.
Yeah.
Bro, before I get into my week talking about the things that's been going on, I want to highlight something right quick that you said that I think is so true even in my life, bro. You talked about how when you're 100%, seeing yourself needing to get right, you're 100%, or when you start doing something that is not good, you're 100% following into it.
Yeah.
And then you're 100% execution going into it.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm the same exact way. I think, that was a great way to be able to share that truth, because that's what it's like. That's what this podcast is going to be truly over. In order to persevere, in order to go through anything, you have to understand that is a possibility. Matter of fact, I'm not going to say possibility. That is a guarantee of every successful winner or person who executes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because since you're 100 in getting it and making it happen, there are some obstacles that come with that.
Yeah.
And that's what we like to actually speak about on this podcast. We don't look at our failures or anything like that as a failure. We look at it as a win, because we can receive and learn and grow from those things. So I want to highlight that before I talked about the week, because I agree with that, and I think that's not, I know for sure that's exactly like my vibe as well when things happen for me. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So that's big, bro. But this week for me, bro, has been challenging, dog. I'm not gonna front. It's been a challenging week.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Me and my wife, bro, was at odds a couple days, and some crazy things happen, bro. When the enemy comes in, he come in like a flood, bro, ripping and tearing
100%.
things up. Like, it's crazy, because even in our nation, we've been seeing these things, from tornadoes to
Facts.
Earthquakes.
Just had a scare the other day.
Bro,
We
you know
did.
what I'm saying?
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? That's just crazy, bro. Our weather has been off. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's not just personal lives. It's also like our global at large. It's been going on. So I think that it's healthy for us to be able to have these conversations, transparent and being real. So that's kind of like I was struggling with that last week, and of course I'm open about my struggles as well. I feel personally for me that I've been giving too much into wine, and because sometimes like when you execute, like we were just talking about, like I'm 100% with, denying myself. If I give and don't really put a break on myself, I'll go 100% into whatever I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's, wine, whether it's, whatever it might be that's not actually good for, just me mentally, spiritually, all of those things. So I think for me, bro, this week has been that, like, it's been just really like, but I'm gonna say this, and I'm not gonna try to, make it seem like, oh man, I'm awesome with everything. I'm just understanding that when you can get to a place where you begin to understand and see, like, okay, this is not right, you haven't lost everything, because you're still mentally aware of what's going on. And I think that is so necessary and healthy to realize as well. Because even this morning, bro, I was landing on the couch in there, and right before I went to sleep, it's crazy, man. I said to myself, man, I'm grateful for God, because I know He understands and He's with me consistently, and that's something that I can fall back on, And I just said, God, just thank you, thank you for being there for me. Thank you for understanding my struggles, you know, because you need somebody who understands your struggles, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like what it's been for me this week.
Yeah.
And I do want to highlight something as well too. This week I had this crazy thought, an idea that just hit me, and it was a real dark thought, man. Like it went down to my soul, and it was just like, why are you here? It was like a suicidal type thought, you know what I mean? Like, whoa,
Really,
bro. It was. I know for a fact it wasn't me. It was a voice, and you know I had to combat that thing, and that's kind of like what got me to the point of talking to God and saying, Lord, thank you for being here for me, you know, because like when you get in places like that, you really need some anchor to fall back on, which what we was talking about, being 100% going full throttle into execution, or 100% full throttle in having to readjust after, you know, you getting into something you know it's not healthy or good to do. So I mean, that's pretty much how my week has been, bro. It's been one of those weird things, but and that is why I'm going to enjoy today's podcast and what we're talking about, because it's so necessary for people to hear this, you know, conversation, bro.
Yeah,
you
because
know?
it's really coming from, you know, our actual lives. Like, that's the one thing I love about this podcast. We don't really speak on theories here. Like, we don't speak on things that, you know, we believe are true, or things that, you know, we just think might be true, or things like that. Like, we speak on our actual lives. Like, I don't think we've ever spoken on something that doesn't impact our actual life, something that's coming from us. Yeah. So today's podcast is actually going to be talking about perseverance. Perseverance. And that's, like, again, like I said, something that we emulate. That's something that we strive. We don't have to strive for it because we have it. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's in our striving, you know. So that actually brings us to the quote of the day. This is by Richard M. Nixon, the president. He said, a man is not finished when he's defeated. He's finished when he quits. You know, a man is not finished when he's defeated. He's finished when he quits. And that actually is super deep when you think about it, because it hits me to the core, because I'm looking at it, I'm like, man, when you're defeated, you're only defeated when you tell yourself you're defeated. You're only defeated when you stay down. Yeah. You know, if I'm fighting in the ring and I get knocked down, okay, I got knocked down. That doesn't mean the fight is over. You know, good. And then, to be honest, if I lose the fight, if I get knocked out or something and I lose the fight, I'm not defeated as a fighter. I might have some losses on my resume, but if I'm still fighting, you see what I'm saying? I have not accepted defeat. That's good. Yeah, that's good. It's a lot of people that, man, I got knocked out. I'm embarrassed. I don't think I can do this no more. I'm done. You're defeated. Yeah. That's the difference. I think that's what the quote is really trying to exemplify and really trying to promote, is like, when you accept defeat, you're defeated. That's good, bro. When you don't accept defeat, you cannot be classified as a loser. You see what I'm saying? You might have a loss on your resume, but you're not a loser. Yeah, you know, bro. There's a saying on the Secret to Success podcast. We plug them all the time because we love them. And it's called it's losers lose, winners win. That doesn't mean that everybody that is classified as a winner has not ever taken a L, has not ever taken a loss. It means they will not be satisfied with that loss. They will win. That's good. They might lose the battle, but they're gonna win the war. You know, and it's because they're perseverant. Like they won't stop. They won't stop. So that's kind of what we're getting in this week, y'all. What you got to say about that, big dog? Bro, that's big, man. I love that quote as well, man, because it just shows you the importance of, you know what I'm saying, being consistent with what you do. And it's basically saying, like, you know, make sure that you have, for me, what I pull from it, make sure you have a healthy sense of understanding that there's going to be some imperfections, but that doesn't mean that you can't continue to execute in whatever field that you're in. Yeah. You know, like, no matter what it is, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes, you know what, we might not feel valuable because we made a decision that doesn't line up with what we believe. But at the end of the day, that doesn't, you know, define our
our execution and what we're going after. I love the definition of persecution, bro. Look what it says. It says, perseverance. It says perseverance is doing
I was about to say
something.
persecution.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, dang.
Like,
We just switched up.
Hold up, man. Like, yo.
Go ahead, bro. You good.
But it says perseverance is doing something despite difficulty or delay in achieving success. So that's so big because you know what? Along the way, there's gonna be some things that happens that's difficult. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm trying to get at here is that, you know what? Even though you're striving for success, something bad happens. You don't give up. You don't stop. You keep pressing towards it because that's a part of persevering. You know, that's a part of, you know, winning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A part of losses are a part of winning because what you're doing is you're learning how to be able to not to accept defeat, but to understand that along the way there's going to be some things that you can pick up to add to your arsenal. Because there's going to be somebody that comes to you and say, man, how did you make it? You know what I'm saying? Like, how did you get through that dark time? How did you overcome, you know what I'm saying, when everything was stacked against you and you did not have, you know what I'm saying, the grit or the grind to keep moving, to keep going forward. You know, somebody's going to ask you along the way in your journey, you know what I'm saying, what did you do, you know what I'm saying, when you fell down here? And I think that is so important to add to our success story. That's what makes a success story that much more beautiful.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Because there were some things that happened that wasn't perfect. Like, you know, when we see perfect movies, we're like, man, this was so perfect and did nothing bad happen, you know. And I think that that's a part of winning, you know, is learning to be able to accept not defeat, but to be able to accept that there's some things or challenges that could be in the road to adjust to be able to get better moving forward so that you won't make those same mistakes constantly, you know what I'm saying? Because this is what I want to say. The more that you are in situations and those obstacles or whatever comes up and, you know, it's beating up against you, you know what I'm saying? How do you be able to combat those thoughts to continue to move forward? Because that's going to be something that somebody asks, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but like you said, you know, losses are a part of winning. It takes you know, missed game-winning shots to be able to see, oh, dang, this is what I need to do to be able to make that shot. They said the same thing about Kobe. They said, you know, it was one shot that he missed. It was a game-winning shot that he missed, and apparently he was so hurt that he missed that shot that literally before everybody even left the stadiums, he went back out to the same court to practice that same shot, that game-winning shot, over and over and over and over again, so that the next time he could make the shot. You see what I'm saying? And so it takes sometimes missed game-winning shots to be able to hit that game-winning shot. It takes you practicing, and you have to miss the shot to see, oh, my hand was turned a little bit that way. That's probably why. Oh, I'm not following through as much as I should. Oh, I'm not jumping as much because my legs are going a little bit because it's the end of the game, whatever. But you start to see, hey, this is what's going on. So like you said, losses are a part of that W, you know. But one thing that I do want to point out about perseverance is that it's not something that can be taught, and it's not something that can be learned. So what I mean by that is I can't ever give somebody perseverance. I can give somebody the reasons why they should want to persevere. I can give somebody, you know, that type of, you know, energy or whatever, give them some motivation, but you can never teach a person how to persevere, because persevering comes from your soul. It comes from how deeply you care about the thing. That's why MJ was MJ. That's why Kobe was Kobe. That's why LeBron is LeBron. People say, oh, he can't hit last second jump shots, but that don't stop him from taking them.
You
see what I'm saying? Like these guys have such a desire to want to win at the highest level that nothing is going to stop them. And that's not something that their parents taught them. That's not something that, you know, some guru taught them, you know, or that watching basketball taught them. It's just a desire in them. Like you, bro, have a desire for ministry. You have a desire to create and build something outside of a 9-to-5 that you can claim, hey, that's mine.
Bro.
That's your desire. So what's going to stop a man that has a real desire like that.
Yeah.
Other than himself. He's the only person that can stop him. I'm the only person that can stop me and say I'm not going to do it. And that's the definition of perseverance. It's somebody that has that passion, that desire that's so strong that anything in front of them is basically not there in their eyes. Attention, brothers and sisters. Listen, my name is Stace, and I'm here to present to you with the new official sponsor for the podcast, Royal Temple Nutrition. You heard it, Royal Temple Nutrition. Listen, Royal Temple is a fitness movement, okay? And it's designed to get the kingdom more active and more balanced from the inside to the outside. Here at Royal Temple, we push physical fitness as well as spiritual fitness, giving tips, tricks, strategies, and a lot of motivation to help you accomplish your fitness goals, your health goals, and your overall goals in your day-to-day life. So if you know this is something that you're in need of, this is something that you're lacking, you need that get up and go. You need something in your face every day to say, hey guys, we can do it. Please don't hesitate to like and follow our Facebook page. That is exactly what we give you every single day. And it is non-stop encouragement and life hacks to get into your goals and getting them accomplished to your satisfaction, okay? And once you do, shoot us a message on Facebook and we will send you one of our new Royal Temple Nutrition shaker bottles for 50% off. 100% no lie, okay? And all that being said, guys, listen, I love you guys. This is Stace again here with Royal Temple Nutrition, where we honor the fact that our temples are the temples for the Holy Spirit. Join the movement now and enjoy the podcast, all right? Love you guys. Stay up.
And that's good. Like, you know, it's determination. You know, listen, I'm determined not to give up.
Come on.
You know, I'm determined to continue to press and move and go forward. I'm determined when I take an L to get back up and keep going. I'm determined, you know what I'm saying, that I'm not going to settle for less. I'm determined that I'm going to get this. I'm determined that I'm going to keep going. I'm determined I'm going to continue to execute. I'm determined I'm going to make things happen even if I can't see, even if I don't have it. I'm determined to go after those things. And I think that is the attitude that is important to have when you're striving to go after something. You know, despite seeing success, still execute. Despite, you know, arriving at the expected end that you thought you would be at by this time next year, still execute. Because for me, I think that, you know, I've heard a lot of things spiritually and mentally, and I felt those things like, yo, I know after a year I'm going to be in this, I'm going to be grinding, all of these things. This is what the Lord put on my heart. But what happens if that doesn't happen? You know, you have to have perseverance. You have to continue to execute despite, you know what I'm saying, not arriving at the expected end at the expected time. Now, here's the thing. When you put a date on what you are striving to do, you know what? Your execution, I believe, especially when you arrive at that date and you don't get there, I believe that it's either one or two things. You're either going to re-up and say, you know what, I got to still go after this, or you know what I'm saying, you're going to tell yourself, I didn't make it here. So perseverance is what's going to allow you, if you set a date, it's what's going to allow you to continue to go forward when you don't arrive at the expected end on that date. Perseverance is telling yourself, listen, I'm going to continue to press. I know by this time, this year, at the end of this year, I should have been here. But perseverance says this. It says that even if I don't make it, I'm still going to press and keep doing this with the same grit, the same grind that I had last year. And in fact, now since I learned from some certain things, like Stace said, I learned some things. I wrote these things down. This is where I need to execute. He said the same thing that Kobe was doing. That he's doing now. He wrote down on his page, like, listen, this is what I need to do. So he's out there like Kobe practicing his shot.
I didn't think about that.
You know, and that's the beautiful thing. Are you practicing your shot when nobody's looking?
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, is it a part of you? Is it a part of you? It has to be a part of your own spirit before anybody else can get a sense of it. I didn't even know that bro was learning things from me that I didn't even think I was giving off. I was just being myself, and he was getting it from me. But it's because it's me. It's a part of me. It exudes out of me.
Yeah, bro.
You see what I'm saying? So it has to be in your spirit first. You know what I mean? So, and that's the reason why I went downstairs and said I need to be better. So how can I get better? You know, I'm really good. I'm super good at picking out the problems. The issue for me is coming up with a system to, and I'm pretty good with coming up with a system to fix the problem, but it's implementation and it's execution.
That's good.
It's really being able to deny my flesh to get to my desired result. How much do I really want that thing? Do I want it more than I want this cheeseburger? Because I want this cheeseburger more than I want this spinach salad. 100%. You feel me?
Yeah.
But one of them is going to get me closer to my desired result. The other one is going to give me immediate gratification. Immediate gratification.
Wow,
So,
bro.
and I think that's one of the big things that leads us away from being able to get into a mindset of perseverance is because we're so stuck on the immediate gratification. We're looking around for the things that can please us all the time, here, right now, that we don't look big picture. If we start looking big picture,
Oh my goodness,
that
bro.
changes our mindset, and we can really get into the mindset of, hey, how do I get to there? And now you starting on the route of perseverance. You starting on that route,
Bro.
You feel me?
Something just hit me, bro, about Kobe, bro, that I believe deserves to be highlighted. The reason that he was a great player, executed at a high level, now everybody's talking about the Mamba effect, is because when he missed that shot, he went back out there to go after it again.
Come on. It
This
didn't
is
deter
what-
him. Yes.
This is what perseverance is all about.
Come on.
I have to say this, that, if you get to a place where something has stopped you, right, you got to turn back on whatever got you going to what got you to that place, not to the place of defeat and saying I'm done.
Yes, sir.
But you made it there, right? And you got to that day, you got to that time. What motivation, what what led you to that place? Whatever led you there, I want to say this, that you know what I'm saying, how you were executing up to that point before you got that news or something happened. You need to execute that same way, because here's the thing. When the lights go out and the cameras are off and when nobody is in the stands,
Come on.
It matters execution there too. It matters how you discipline yourself there too. And I say this because this is necessary. Because you didn't make the shot, because you didn't get to the goal, does not make you a loser, does not make you, a person who is not,
Yes.
good for this.
Yeah.
No, you are
Yeah.
excellent for this, because
Come on.
your failures, is what you're able to implement into whatever you do. So now, like you said, he was out there hitting that shot, trying, like, I'm gonna do it again, because now he can understand and see different things. Like, okay, now when I'm in this situation next time, this is how I'm gonna apply. This is what I'm gonna do. It's all a part of your perseverance. Like,
Bro.
don't you give up right now. Like, listen,
Come on,
I gotta
come
say
on.
this. Right, you are at a place right now where you can't afford to give up, because all of the hard work you put in, the blood, the sweat, the tears, the long nights, the times when you didn't understand, even like Stay said, I want to highlight this. There's things you're doing right now that you might not even see as valuable, and that you understand that is powerful because it's you.
Right.
But at the end of the day, like, it's beneficial for somebody else that doesn't have what you have, because that's the big part about perseverance.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Because others are going to be able to benefit from your story, man. Oh my God,
They on the
man.
same journey. It's a lot of people that's on the same journey, not as far as you are, but because you don't value your position, you stop. Not even realizing there's so many people behind you that's really picking up all the jewels that you laying down. They right behind you. They following your footsteps.
Come on, bro.
You know what I mean?
You're
So
speaking now.
you're one failure closer to your dream. Like when you fail, you're just one step closer to your dream. It's still a step you're taking. It's not like you're going backwards. You're still going forwards.
See, man,
You
I'm
see what
getting him
saying?
Wednesday night. Y'all think I'm playing? I'm gonna
Hey,
have
this dude, man, I swear, he been trying to get me in this piece for a minute.
They think I'm playing. I'm gonna get him one night, y'all.
Hey, listen, he gonna have to pay me.
Hey,
My dude, listen, I need some
Hey.
return on this investment.
bro, I'm gonna get it. Hey, I'm getting him here, boy. You speaking now, bro? You are speaking, man.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it is. I look at it like this, man. We have to be able to envision our dreams and our goals as if they're deep, deep, deep beneath the dirt. And the question that's asked, or should be asked, is how deep are you willing to dig to get to that thing?
Come on, bro.
Because it is there, and you know where it's at. You know it's down there. And but you have to be able to sacrifice. You got to be able to dig deep. People are going to look at you like you crazy.
Yeah, that's a given.
You see what I'm saying? People are going to look at you like, what are you doing? This is where all the stuff is. It's
Yeah.
up here above the dirt. This is where all, but they don't even realize that you got to dig deep to plant that seed for that thing to come up above.
Wow.
Right? You have to be able to do that.
That's good.
You know, so it's you that God has blessed to have the mentality to be able to even want to do it.
Bro.
So take that and run with it. Don't let that falter.
I want to say this, bro. Last night or this morning, I was on TikTok, bro, and I came across something that was powerful. It was only 30 seconds, and they cut it off right before I believe that it really got good. But mentally, just who I am as an individual, I started to think about just everything that could have been said after that.
Yeah.
So there was this woman, she was in the gym, she was lifting some weights, bro. And the guy was talking, he said, she was looking at herself in the mirror. He said, this is kind of like what happens in life. When a person is going to the gym, they're looking at themselves in the mirror, they go home and they say, I don't see no results. They go back the same day, they go back home and say, I don't see no results. They go back and they say, I don't see no results. What I begin to meditate and think on is that the reason that you're not seeing no results is because results are happening in small increments. So what happens is you are defeating yourself because of what you want to see happen all at once. Like, let me say this, bro. This is so crazy.
Come on, bro.
Like, let's just say, like, for me, my goal is to continue to minister and to win, you know what I'm saying, people to Christ and all of these different things. This is the thing. If you are constantly meditating on the end result, and we're big here on this podcast about that. If you're big on the end result, you are missing out on your small victories, your small gains consistently every single day.
Yeah.
So when I seen this video, it really woke me up to a lot of things, not just executing in the gym, but executing in life, executing mentally. Like, if you tell yourself that I'm not going to be able to do this because I haven't seen any results, or I'm going to do something else because I haven't seen results, what you're telling yourself is that I'm going to try something else, and then you're developing a habit, it's going to be created in that atmosphere, and so on and so on.
Yeah.
Don't beat yourself up on a big gain because you're making small gains by going and getting up and doing something, whether it's writing a sermon, whether it's that's a victory.
Exactly.
So you did not lose. You know what I'm saying? That's a victory. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. You have to keep the big gain, the big goal in mind at all times. So I look at it like this. My vision is what I want. That's my big goal for, let's just say, Royal Temple Nutrition and the Most Definitely podcast. I have a big goal that I'm really striving for, right? So that's what I'm keeping in the forefront of my mind. But at the same time, I have systems in place in my life that allow me to also be able to focus on the smaller goals, or not even so much focus on the small goals, but make sure that those things are there. You know, make sure that I can look back to last week and say, what have I accomplished? Boom, 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 boom. Okay, I'm going in the right direction because that's actually en route to my goal. So you have to always be able to keep that main goal as literally in the forefront of your mind, because it's going to continue to push you. It's what's down into the roots. It's what I'm digging for. You see what I'm saying? It's my why. It's my desire. But at the same time, I have these other systems in place that's showing me, hey, man, you are making progression. When I go to the supplement superstore and I get my body scan, I'm getting that thing because that's one of the systems I have in place every other week so that I can keep seeing I am making results. I'm getting better. You feel me?
Think about this, bro. If you give up, you won't get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you stop, you won't get there.
Exactly. It's that simple.
Like, that's that, bro. I just started to think when you were saying that, because I thought about, like, if a person is driving to go somewhere, you don't know that there's going to be some obstacles or a roadblock in the road because you're headed somewhere, man. And you like to think about future wise, everything that's going to happen, to try to set a plan in place to try to prevent it from happening. You're going to drive yourself insane. You have to just get in the car, turn it on, and start driving. I heard somebody say this, bro, like, people that try to do, like, I heard it about $1 Million Worth of Game podcast. He said, man, what people do is they'll look at a glass of water and they'll say, I'm thirsty, but then they'll start to say, man, well, if I grab this glass of water, what's he gonna think about it? You listen, if you're thirsty, you're gonna go drink this water. You're not worried about nobody else. And I think that that's the execution mindset that will stop a person from constantly being persistent, because you're constantly thinking about, okay, what if this happens, or what if this happens, and what if this happens, or this did happen and I can't, like, you know what I'm saying, like, bro, you get what I mean?
I feel you 100%.
Come
when
on,
you just
bro.
said that, this is what popped into my mind, that action Any action is always better than inaction.
Hold on, man.
Any action is always better than inaction. And what I mean by that is I'm thinking about if I hop into a car, this is what I mean about the power of mindset. If I hop into a car, I don't care if my goal is to go to Independence and I'm in inner city, Kansas City, Missouri. If I'm trying to go to Independence, even if I go the opposite way, but my mindset is how do I get to Independence? If I'm approaching Independence, I will get to Independence before somebody that hasn't even gotten into the car yet. What I mean is I have the mindset that I'm going to always be looking at how do I get, so I'm going to eventually pass a sign that says Independence that way. So I'll start going that way. But even though I'm going the opposite way, just because I took action, I was in a mindset of take action, and I started doing something, and that something led to something else, and it led to something else. And I ended up in Independence because that's where my goal was. I had a specific goal. I might not have known exactly how to get there, but my actions led to me getting there. Bro. And inaction will never lead to anything.
Hello. Want to get some Just Jesus wear? Head over to our website at justjesusclothing.com and pick up some Just Jesus wear. We have many things to choose from. We have clothes for men, clothes for women, and we have so much more on the way. I want to let you know that we're so thankful for the love and support you have shown our ministry. Thank you so much again. We love you and God bless you. JustJesusClothing.com.
You said something about getting in a car going and then also seeing that a sign says Independence this way. When you're consistently doing what you are doing, you're gonna in the road there's gonna be of course there might be some roadblocks, but dig this, there are going to be some blessings to show you exactly where to go.
Detour.
Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Here is where Independence is. You're like, oh, I'm this close. Or, you know, somebody like you're in ministry, you get to a place to where you meet a TD Jakes or meet a Todd, you know, a Pastor MJ. You know, you're going to meet somebody along the road where you're going to see like, okay, this is a sign that I'm headed in the right direction if you are on the road pursuing something that you desire to do, right? So if you're a basketball player, who knows, you might have a scout come to the game. But if you don't get up and go play that basketball game because you had a bad basketball game yesterday, this might be the game that the scout comes at for recruiting. You know what I'm saying? So you can't like listen, in the road there are going to be some roadblocks, but listen, we're big on mindset here. This is what's so important. You have to get this in your mind mental as well. There are going to be some great, you know, signs in the road that says this way, 5 miles ahead. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be, okay, I'm 2.5 miles away from my destination. So this is what I want to encourage those who are watching this to obtain, to hold on to. Listen, if you're in a rut, if you're in a place right now where everything has come against you, listen, keep pursuing what you're pursuing. Listen, success is not feeling. If success was feeling, then those people who put into stock markets, if they felt like this was something that was like they felt a good way about something, but then they probably lost $1 million or lost something, right? Listen, feelings are going to discourage you along the way. You cannot walk with feelings towards success, because if you do that, what's going to happen is you're going to get discouraged, and then you're going to start to think about, maybe I shouldn't do this. And no, listen, get in the car, turn it on, back out the driveway and start driving towards your destination. You know what I'm saying? In the mindset of factual information that's going to lead you to your goal. I'm so glad you just said that about feelings. Oh my goodness. What feelings do is your feelings being in business or being in your route to success is what's going to lead you astray. Because your feelings is what leads you to the immediate gratification. My feelings is what tells me I don't feel like driving around trying to find independence. I don't know where it is. I just rather sit here and watch Martin and eat something. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's what my feelings is telling me. That's what my feelings is telling me. Oh my God, bro. But that delayed gratification, that mindset of I want to get to this specific destination is what's going to cause me to persevere through not necessarily knowing where I'm going. That's it. Sooner or later, and let's make this practical. If you are, you just say you're trying to get into, actually I'm gonna use myself for example.
I wanted to get into supplements. I wanted to, have my own sports nutrition supplement brand, right? So I'm like, man, how the heck do you do that? Bro. I don't know how to do that. I'm not sure how to do that. But when I start researching, I found somebody that knows how to do it. I found a couple people that's doing it. They're leading me to, they're giving me information that they might not even know that it's like pertinent information that I need to know. But I hear them say something. I'm like, whoa, he went to a manufacturer. Oh, he said he went to Formulife. Let me look up Formulife. And sooner or later, I get in touch with the exact people that I need to get to my goal. Just because I started taking action and I persevered through the unknown. You have to persevere through the unknown because it's going to lead you to what you want, which is the known.
Man, look, bro, don't allow the detour to tell you it's time to go home. Don't allow the detour to tell you it's time to go home, or don't allow the roadblock to tell you it's time to go home because there's no detour sign. That is a sign for you to find another way to go towards what you want to do.
Exactly.
That detour is a blessing because down the road, it could be them doing some construction and the road might be all jacked up. So that is a blessing. So look at that detour as a blessing. Sheesh. Don't look at it as something that, oh my God, now this road is not on here for me to get to where I need to go. That's a blessing because they're doing construction on that road. And if you take that construction sign, take that detour sign, that roadblock away and try to drive down that street, there's going to be something bad that happens on that road. So that's the sign that, you know what I'm saying, you're headed in the right direction. You're headed towards what you want to do. But at the same time, listen, this roadblock is something that's important for you to realize that it is a blessing. Bro, you said something about how you started to, look towards supplements. And this is what I want to say. Oh my goodness. This is what I want to say.
Let's go.
So if you're in a situation where you get to a point to where you're pursuing business and somebody tells you this is not going to work and you say, you know what, you're right. And you just give up. You know what I'm saying? What you did was you just forfeited the mission. Listen, people are going to tell you that things don't work because they're not pursuing what you're pursuing. But here's the thing. Kobe was out there because he was passionate about what he was passionate about. Everybody else wasn't out there.
It had nobody.
You see what I'm saying? Nobody else was out there. Kobe was out there because he was passionate about it. Yeah. So this is what I'm saying.
Come on.
Listen, whatever you are passionate about, because the shot didn't fall the way you wanted to fall, because somebody said something discouraging about what you got, or because you didn't arrive at the time when you thought you was going to get there. Listen, you have to persevere through that. And what perseverance is still doing it even though it's difficult. Still doing it though I missed the mission shot. I'm still going to show up to practice. Even though, you know what, I failed last night, I'm still showing up Tuesday or Wednesday nights and I'm going to give this sermon. Even, you know what I'm saying? Perseverance is telling yourself that despite what happens, that could be a discouraging factor for me not to get there. Perseverance is telling me this, you know what I'm saying? You keep going, you keep striving, you keep doing this thing because this is what you're passionate about. You're not passionate about your failures. You feel bad because you feel a certain way about something. You know what? You're passionate about getting to the goal. This is the thing. You haven't made it to the goal, so why give up? You know what I'm saying? Keep pressing, keep going, man.
What's the point of having that goal if you're going to give up on it?
Bro, man.
It's no point of having a goal if you're going to give up on it. You see what I'm saying? Like there's no point of you being in the Super Bowl if you're going to be defeated.
Bro, God.
When somebody scores on you. Like, if the game ain't over, yeah, they scored on you. You still got 3 more quarters. Yeah, you down 21-0. You still can play. It's not like they won the game. The game ain't over with.
Come on, bro.
You still have an opportunity here. Is it going to be harder for you? Yes. It's hard for anybody to start a ministry, start a business. You know, anything, parenting. You know, going to school and having a 4.0. That is difficult. That's not easy stuff. You feel what I'm saying? What's the point of having a goal if you're going to stop when it gets hard? The difficulty is what pushes you to continue. It should be what pushes you to continue. When I face resistance, I know, okay, here we go.
I'm in the right place.
We right here. This is where I need to be. When I face resistance, if I go to the gym right now,
preach, bro.
If I go to the gym right now and I start pushing weight, and that weight is too easy, it's boring.
Yeah.
I'm not getting nothing out of it. I don't even feel like I'm doing anything with myself. When the weight gets heavier and heavier and heavier to the point where I almost need a spot. Now I'm like, here we go. Now this is where my muscles is really about to work.
He in there.
You see what I'm saying? Like, ain't no turning back. And I want to stay here as long as I can. And then what do? And then you do a pyramid scheme. You go up, You do as much as you can there, and you come down. You doing it, and now I'm on failure. Every single set, failure. I'm going to failure. Why? Because I'm in the best spot for growth.
But you know what? You see how he understood that failure is a part of the game,
bro. No, not even a part of the game, bro. Failure is what you need to have to succeed.
Oh my goodness, bro.
And when it comes to this specifically, failure is true. What. Yeah, facts. I'm
wow.
100%. Failure, literally, those last, what is it like? The last 3 to 5 reps.
Matters.
The last 3 to 5 reps is what matters in the set. And you go until failure, until you literally can't push the weight no more. That's what gives you the best growth. And so that's practical,
and
man.
think about this. Like, when you're pushing those last few reps, you know what I'm saying? It's not a pretty rep.
Oh, no, yeah.
You're all,
come on,
you know
bro.
what I'm saying? Which means that when you get to places that says that this is it, this is the defeating moment in your life, you know what I'm saying? You press past it. Like, can you imagine how difficult it is? Can you imagine the glory that comes with winning a game? But can you imagine how you have to have a strong mind when a game is lost? You still have to be who you are, still have to have a strong sense of execution. But this is the thing. Because the game was lost does not mean that you are a loser, does not mean that you don't have the execution skills that it takes.
Okay.
Losing is a part of your perseverance. But this is big, because you have to understand that because you lost does not mean give up, does not mean don't keep going, right? Like, you have to keep pressing towards your goal, bro. Stace, I feel you over there, bro. I feel you right now. Hey. I feel you, bro.
So, come on, bro. Perseverance is the difference.
You know what I'm saying?
Perseverance is the difference between a losing season and a comeback season. A comeback season is the Chiefs,
bro.
We started 3-4 or 2-4, something crazy,
horrible, bro,
horrible. And everybody like, man, I don't even know if they're gonna make the playoffs.
I even said that last night when they played.
You see what I'm saying?
Being honest.
I'm just saying, like everybody was doubting the Chiefs. Everybody, pretty much everybody, and their perseverance is what got them to now 10-4. Yeah. They literally have not lost a game since then. That don't even make no sense. That's crazy. A 7-game win streak. That's crazy. So big, they didn't got to that point because of perseverance. Now some teams, you got the Bears and the Lions, and you got a bunch of other bad teams. You see what I'm saying? Just teams that you're not even hearing about. They take their L's, they get discouraged, and they just mail it in.
Bro,
they just mail it in. It's so perseverance, and just last point, perseverance is the difference between a comeback season and a losing season. Bro, that's all that mindset.
This what hit me. What are you doing it for? Are you doing it for the ring? Are you doing it for the clout? Are you doing it because you're passionate about this? Passion,
I like that,
always will override failures, because passion does not say that I'm finished when a loss happens. Passion is something that is with you forever. Even when you choose to sit down and don't move, you're still passionate about it, because you're saying, oh my God, what would have happened if I hit that shot? Passion is inside of you. But the problem that happens is that, you know what, when defeat starts to speak and starts to become this Goliath, right? You got to have the right tools. You got to have the slingshot and the rock in order to defeat the Goliath. And what we're saying is, in order to defeat that moment of saying, like, you know what, this is the defining moment of my success, it's completely over, it's done. You got to have that. You got to have the perseverance that says that, you know what, there's going to be some losses that I have to take, but these losses are not going to define me from getting to where I need to go. Listen, I've been in so many situations, bro, where I said to myself, like, this is it and this is done. It's not going to happen. But you know what's crazy about God? God always shows up and does something where he's like, you know what? It's not over yet. You know what I'm saying? And that is the spot. Stace was like, yo, if I'm in the gym and I'm lifting it too much, if I don't have a spotter, I might not be able to get it up. But God comes along the way and he gives you something and tells you, or sends you somebody your way, send some type of help, that spot. And that's the time when you need to get back up. Now is the time to get back up. Now is the time to get back in the race. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like right now, I've been out of jogging for at least 2 to 3 months. Yeah. But my doc looked at me in the eye the other day. He said, Isaiah, you can get back out there now. You get what I'm saying? There's going to come a time when, you know what, it's time for you to get back up. But listen, passion, oh my God, man, passion never leaves. It never leaves, man. Just like losses are going to constantly speak to you. Remember when, remember this, remember that. But what I love about this is it's the same is true for losses, the same is true for wins. Can you imagine when David was standing before Goliath, slew Goliath, and then after that, bro, everything after that, you know what? Remember what God did with Goliath? You got to have those remember moments of when I won.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Exactly.
that's that perseverance that you're going to actually, that's what you can, that's the ammunition, the fuel for
right.
you to keep mobbing and keep going. You know what I'm saying?
No, I like that, bro. I like that. That's big. That's big. And I'm 100% with you, bro. I don't know, man. I just look at this topic and I love it so much because it's one of those things. I love these conversations because it's not something, again, that you can be taught, but it's something that can ignite something in you. It's a difference between being taught something and somebody lighting a fire inside
It's
of you.
already in you.
Because when that fire is lit, it's lit. Now I'm starting to see something that I wasn't seeing before. Now I'm starting to go towards something I wasn't going towards before.
Yeah.
What changed? It was a fire lit inside of you. It wasn't something that I can mathematically break down and show you, oh, this is how you achieve this and this is how. No, it's just, man, do you want it? Because if you want it, you're going to get it. And the people don't understand that that's how easy success is.
Wow.
When I say it's easy, obviously it's a lot that goes into it. It's extremely difficult to start a business. It's extremely difficult to do a lot of things, right? But when you pay attention to all of the people that are successful,
Wow,
you see
bro.
why they got to their success.
Man.
And it's as simple as a desire that they have, that
Bro.
they will not stop.
That's big.
They will not quit until they achieve. Now, once you have that, the game is over. I can leave you alone. You good. You're good. Yeah, you might need some practical steps. You might need some, a little bit of training here and there or whatever. But even if I don't give you the training, somebody else is going to give you the training because you're not going to stop looking for the training. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Bro.
I don't care if somebody, if I know the exact person that I need to talk to that's going to get me to the next level. If
That's
he don't
big.
give me the time of day, that don't mean I'm never going to get to the next level.
Man.
Because I'm not going to stop trying to get to the next level. I'm going
Bro.
to find a way.
That's big, man.
You know how many ways that you can enter into Kansas City? You don't have to come into Kansas City through 435.
Man,
You don't
boy.
have to. You know how many streets there are that lead you? You know that you can get out of your car and walk? You know that there's so many different avenues. It's
Wow.
not just one way.
It's not just one way, bro.
see what I'm saying?
There's many different places now because since you got that goal and that thing in your mind, what you want and what you desire, even if you have to take this road to get there, what's in your heart is what you're going after. Your success, like what you're desiring, bro. This is so necessary for what we're discussing, bro. This is a scripture, bro, out of Romans.
Let's go.
And it's at verse 3. It talks about exactly what we're discussing here, bro. Dig this, man. Paul talks about bragging about suffering. He says, we're going to brag in suffering, but dig this. He said, but that's not all. He says, we also brag when we are suffering. We know that suffering, check this out, creates endurance. It says, and endurance creates character, and character creates confidence. So exactly what we're talking about here about perseverance. Perseverance, when you don't give up, what it does is it creates character. And character is qualities distinctive to an individual.
No, that's facts.
So
That's facts.
this is what gives you that when somebody comes to you and say, how did you do this? The reason that you can explain to them exactly how you came out of it and what you did and what makes you that awesome and that great, because your character, your qualities distinctive to you is distinctive to you. How Kevin Durant came out of what he came out and how he plays ball is different than Kobe.
Yeah.
But what's so dope is they still can explain a certain something to you where you can able to get it. And so that's what the scripture is basically saying there. It's saying
Wow.
that suffering creates endurance. So
Yeah, bro.
anytime you're in a situation, man, where you're suffering and going through something, but you're constantly going after a certain thing and you're not giving up, this is what is creating character.
You're developing character.
The qualities distinctive to an individual. So like, for example, Kevin Durant, we know he has a certain way that he presents himself. Kobe, a certain way. That's why people say Kobe just had this aura about him. That was character. That was what happened to him along the course of his life that led him that person.
Come on.
That's his character. That's the suffering he went through when he went through the all-white school, and he had to stand out. The same with Shaq. Shaq talked about how he was at a child just being abused by his father because he was military, but he broke backboards because his suffering. You get what I'm saying? You think about Jordan and the things that he'd been through. He talked about him just growing up in certain environments and being put down. That character is what carries you get what I'm saying, to the next stage. And the next stage is confidence.
Oh, yeah. That's
now
exactly
you say, like, you know what? I'm not giving up because I know now I'm, you know what I'm saying? This is actually going to work. Like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm not going to be defeated.
Come on. I'm gonna start saying, bro, when somebody asks me like, hey man, how did you get to this point? How did you learn this? I'm gonna say, man, failures.
Man.
Because I lost. You know what I'm saying? I lost.
Bro.
And I lost so many times that I learned why I lost. And then I started winning.
Yeah.
But then it gives people a good perspective of what it takes to get to a certain level of confidence.
Yes.
You have to go through the failures, the suffering. And then it gives you the character that then you go back, you reassess why you lost, and now you're winning, and you have the confidence because you're winning.
Yeah, bro.
And so people look at the winning and the confidence and just think that's just something that you just got.
Yeah, no.
That is not how it works.
That comes from struggles.
Exactly.
From
It's a lot. It comes from digging deep. It comes from getting down in there and really focusing on, what you got to do to be better.
Man, I hit so many roadblocks, and you know what I'm saying, but I'm still going, and that's what creates the momentum. You know what I'm saying? That's what creates the momentum when you don't give up. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna say it like this: one day we're gonna be big. You know what I'm saying? We're big now, but I'm talking about to the masses of people. But the thing that is going to continue to keep us consistent is our persistence, our desire to not give up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're constantly, and what's so crazy is I'm beginning to understand what's so distinctive to this podcast is our character. When you come to this podcast, the biggest thing that you're going to receive is mental motivation, spiritual, all of these things. It's distinctive to us. This is distinctive to who we are as individuals. So therefore,
and we're not putting on a fraud or a front for nobody.
This is the confidence that comes with that. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? This is our confidence because we've been through the suffering, the struggle, all of those things. You know what I'm saying? So that is what I think that is necessary for us to continue to persevere in trials. It's understanding, knowing that this perseverance is what's going to produce in me character, thereby giving me the confidence in any situation. I can walk into a situation where there's billionaires and have confidence in what I have because it's not about money. It's all about what's been given to me. And God has given me a gift. He has given me a gift, and it is unique, and it's something that He's not taking back. Like, if you think of people in the industry now that rap for their own purposes, that's a gift, and God didn't take that back. Why would God take back a gift that He's given to you and you're using it? You know what I'm saying? And you're using it. You can make whatever off of the gift that He's given to you. So I just think personally for me that, you know what I'm saying, we got to continue to go through these things, and we're going through these things for the sake of us building, endurance, and that endurance is going to give us character. That endurance is going to give us character, and character is going to produce that confidence that you want in the field that you're going in. So your losses is a part of, your victory, your success. You know what I'm saying? For you to have that confidence, man. Straight up.
Straight up. That's what's up, man. Yeah, bro. I'm 100% in lockstep with you, man.
Man, bro.
Facts,
I'm
man.
feeling that, bro.
Yes, sir. And this was heat, man.
Yeah, man. This here, bro, is all what it is. It's all about. You know what I'm saying?
It's necessary. This is a necessary, like I said, a necessary conversation to have, because this is something that we all need. We all need to develop a little bit more of, and then maybe for somebody that's already persevering, this just gives you a little bit of extra motivation. You could tap in, and you can, like I said, every Friday evening with us, you could tap in, and we just giving motivation. We just, walking through this whole thing with y'all, and y'all with us. Yeah. So, that's really all it's about, man. It's just giving that energy out to the world, and, it'll be reciprocated. So, I believe that.
I believe it, yo. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's so necessary, y'all, that, listen, I want to encourage you guys to continue to come checking us out. Like you said, Friday, 6 p.m. Central Time, every Friday, man, we release one of these podcasts. And, what's so encouraging about this is that, like, even when I go back and listen to these podcasts, it's so amazing how all of the things and information we're given is still necessary for today. Yeah. Like, we did podcasts, bro, like almost a month ago, and it's still relevant to today. So I want to encourage those that are watching, go listen to those other podcasts. Trust me, it'll be encouraging, it'll be uplifting for you. Yes, it'll really be something that feeds your mind, your spirit, all of those things, man. Because the most important part, I think, that a lot of people neglect when achieving success is their mental health, right? That's a lot of things, because you see it nowadays. People are striving for a sense of peace. And that is what this podcast is really all about, just giving that mental peace, that mental, understanding of knowing that, okay, this is what I need in order to not to obtain success, but to be content and have a sense of peace about where I am with my success. And that's pretty much, what we deliver and give through this podcast. And that's why it's so encouraging. It's for the person that is a millionaire. It's for the person that is striving to be a millionaire. It's for so many individuals. It's for Christians. It's for people that don't want to be Christians. It's just so important that, mentally, we get to that space where we're healthy mentally. You get what I'm saying? Right. Because that's so necessary. That's important.
Yeah, man.
That's very important.
100%, man. Yeah, so definitely check us out. You feel me? Yeah. Same thing with Just Jesus.
Yeah, man. Listen.
You feel me?
I want to encourage you guys, come to justjesusclothing.com. Listen, right now we still got half off with the t-shirt. So
let's go.
If you want to get one of those, I encourage you to get that. Listen, if you stay in Kansas City, you might as well get a t-shirt, because sure, it might be 75 degrees tomorrow, man. We in December. It's supposed to be snowing, and we got sunshine like we in L.A., bro. Like,
hey, for real, bro. It's ridiculous.
In Southern California, I'm going to throw on Tony. It never rains in Southern California.
Hey, but it rained in Missouri. We just got some the other night.
Hey,
listen, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's actually, we're going up to Branson. We're actually going up to Branson here in a couple days. So we're going up, I think, on the 23rd. Yeah, we're going on the 23rd.
Oh, that's big.
And it's like 60 degrees out there right now.
Oh, man, bro.
And it's going to be but it's going to be like 65 on Christmas. I'm like, no, you didn't. Bro. But I ain't mad at it, though. Nah, we're going to be kicking it.
Yeah, bro.
So, yeah, man, I can't wait. We're going to actually spend Christmas up there.
That's good, bro.
Yep. So we're going to go from the 23rd to, I think, like the 27th, something like that.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, it should be pretty fun, man.
You gonna drive up there, or you just gonna, like, just roll up there? Or?
No, we're gonna drive. We're gonna drive, and we're gonna take the truck.
Are you driving?
Yeah.
Pushing it up there? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool,
and we're gonna take the truck because a lot of my family members. This is my entire family, actually.
Oh.
So a lot of my family members are actually going to be bringing. They probably gonna be packing up the bed of the truck with a lot of their stuff. So.
Oh, dang! That's what's up, bro.
Yeah. So I'm gonna turn on the 4x4 and just push it.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? That's what's up, bro.
If
most
it's that
definitely.
Heavy,
No.
Right.
Man, bro.
But nah, man. Yeah. That being said, definitely check out Royal Temple Nutrition as well. Just on Facebook. Just go to Facebook, type in Royal Temple Nutrition. You'll see the fam there, man. We just give out tips, tricks, different things like that for you to build your physical temple, your physical fitness, as well as your spiritual fitness. We're really big on that here. A lot of what this podcast is about is what we push in Royal Temple Nutrition as well. So definitely do that, man. We would love to see you there. We got some products coming, got a lot of things coming, a lot of things in the works. Super excited about it. So yeah, check us out, man. Check us out.
And I do want to say this as we conclude, man. Listen, it's so necessary and important, man, that you guys, man, subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit the notification bell and the like button. It's crucial. The reason why is because, those that are new, listen, I want to encourage you to subscribe, because you know what, every time we upload a video, or when we're premiering this video for the podcast, whatever, you'll be notified and you'll know about it. So hitting that subscribe key is very important to basically continuing to stay updated with the content. So I want to encourage you to do that. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it. Last thing I wanted to share too was that Wednesday night, every Wednesday night, 6 p.m. Central Time, we get into the Word of God. So if you feel like that you need some type of spiritual enrichment, spiritual encouragement, I want to encourage you, 6 p.m. Central Time, every Wednesday night, we go into the Word of God, just sharing some encouraging things that I promise you will uplift you. It'll build you up, you know what I'm saying, in the faith. So I want to encourage you to come check that out. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, man, you're going to be encouraged with that, man. But, yeah, man, that's pretty much it, man.
And so all that being said, man, listen,
Yeah.
just one last thing before we go.
Most definitely.
Yes, sir.
Let everything that have breath, give him praise, give him praise. Glory. Let everything that have breath, come on, get it glory to his name. Let everything that have breath, give him praise, give him praise. If you got breath in your body, get it glory to his name.